Hello everybody, my name is Petunia. Welcome to this next Pavy Short episode right here. So in the other episode it was a plot twist. But this one we're going to talk about more about, Geraldine's, church. Because, I may be going back there for a couple times. I'm just going to sing with New Chapel's choir for like a while. But here goes the music. Dreamy Sonum Labyrinth. It's a special good music. It's beautiful. So let's go over to the others. It's Geraldine, Pinky, also known as Peyton, and Angela. Say hello, guys. Hi. Hello. Hello, everybody. So I know y'all guys are here to talk a little bit more about, the family and the church and everything. So we can talk about that. But we're going to combine some more stuff. Because, I know there are some things going on with a couple of people in the choir. And I know you're really in for like the scoop of everything, Angela. So you can basically tell us all about what's going on, alright? Okay, so really nothing that's been going on, but, I've been, Oh no, not the music. Give me a second, everybody. The music is finally working, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm not saying every y'all, but I'm saying everybody. Cool, I love this music. Yep, come on, girls. Yeah, nothing really much has been going on with the choir. Like, there's no problems. We don't have no problems with nobody. There's really no juicy stories going on. But I do gotta tell you about the story of Geraldine and Darius, though, because Geraldine and Darius go out with each other. Finally. No, we should be saying finally. Why are you saying finally, Geraldine? But it's like my third boyfriend that I had, and I'm so happy that I actually in a relationship with somebody who I truly love and trust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You should be glad about that. Oh, I know. Like, I really love Darius. He's a very good guy. Very nice and humble. Perfect. He's nice. And he always shows me love and respect. Like, I told him we ain't gonna be moving so fast. No, that's not the thing. But no, we went on a couple dates, but we didn't kiss yet. But yeah, but we're still taking it nice and slow. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I know that y'all guys talking about boyfriends and everything. I want to tell y'all guys about like me, because me and Snoopy, we're still together. I love my Snoopy bear so much. He's amazing. And we're about to be I think we're in our 10-year anniversary or something. Going into our 10-year anniversary, because we're at 9 years, I think, right now. We first met in 2008, but now it's 2019 and we're still in love with each other. Oh, that's so pretty. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about Darius, though. Darius is like a very, very cool man. He's like really nice, really funny, very charismatic and everything. He's always excitable. Like, him and my cousin Linus have been best friends for ever since they were in the children's ministry at Capacity Church. Him and this girl Tina and many more youth members, because most of his best friends, like him, Darius, Tina, and his cousin Johari, and let me see. Got his cousins, and you got a lot more people. You got its cousin, Nika's cousin, Jaleesa. I don't know if she had a cousin named Jaleesa, but she knows somebody. Like, Nika knows that girl Jaleesa. She's like really it's like her little cousin or niece, I don't know. And you have this girl, her name is Ariana. That's Sharon's niece. That's her sister's daughter, Ariana. And you have Jer, and you have Ray, and you have Nia. There's a couple of the Teens React people. The Young Adults React is Deontay and a couple other people on our choir. Him, Brooklyn, and Ray. The girl Ray. No, it's Jeannie. I'm sorry, not Ginny. It's Jeannie. But we do have a Jennifer on our choir, though. She's a soprano with you, Pinky. Oh, I know. I love Jennifer. Me and her, we're really good girlfriends. We always be kicking it with each other. We always go out to eat and everything, talk and have fun. Trust me, when I came to the church, I've had more fun and fellowships with everybody. When I was at Wee Chapel, the only people who I basically hung out with was Appleism, you, and Hello Kitty, and Dragonolina, and all the other people. But at this church, I have real, true friends, and I'm like happy, and I'm grateful to God that I have all these people in my life. I'm grateful that they're all in my life, just making an impact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm happy when I first came here too. We were just having our own service in 2006 at Praise and Worship, Church of Praise and Worship. We became our own service and everything, because that's how our church was formed. We had to move out of the building because the pastor was kicked out. It was like a meeting where our pastor was kicked out because, he didn't really like anything. He wasn't really kicked out. Pastor just wanted to leave, but he started his own place. Like, when we was on the choir and everything, we did sing for the Church of Praise and Worship because we was the Church of Praise and Worship. But when we got our own service, that's when all of us moved. And Reverend King from Church of Praise and Worship was wondering, like, what happened to all the choirs? What happened to the majority of his congregation? They left because, some things weren't right. Some of the things that the pastor said in the service. Mr. Brian was there, but his kids weren't there at that time because they were just home chilling with their mom. I think it was a Sunday lunch thing with the mom. They were at like Red Lobster and everything for that day. But Brian came home a little upset, and the kids was wondering why Mr. Brian was upset. And then he said, our pastor said something that wasn't right. Then it made a majority of the congregation move to a different place. Like, they kicked out the entire congregation. Like, the entire congregation just left. Like, they didn't want to go to that church no more because of how hypocritical that pastor was. Oh, I know. But for me, I know that some pastors have some fault. But, you gotta look past that and just look through the message. Like, look into the heart of somebody. You can't just look into like the problems. But you're the shepherd of the house. So you're not supposed to be making certain mistakes like that, like saying certain things that are very sensitive according to people, because that will drive them away instantly. You can lose a heavy majority of your congregation just like that. And I thought that was kind of disrespectful of what he said, and I didn't really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I understand you. But we all didn't like that, and the majority of us moved. When we was at the Logan School, we really didn't have anything. We was in the auditorium at Logan Elementary, and then we moved over to 17th to Cayuga. And after that, for a little bit, we moved into Master Builder Church for a while, for a couple months. In a couple months, we went to the Holy Temple of Deliverance. That's somewhere in the middle of 2012, and then at the end of 2012, entering 2013, like April of 2013, we all moved into this place on Queen Lane and Wayne Avenue. I'm gonna show you a picture real quick, okay? Sweet. But during that time, Petunia, we was a little bit like Master Builders though, because you used to go there for a couple months. Yeah, I know. But we spent a piece of the year in 2012 at Master Builders, and then the next 4 months, somewhere a year more towards the end, we spent our time at Holy Temple of Holiness on 29th and Dolphin. Yeah, but for me, I like it though. I loved it. It was nice. But ever since then, we had our ministries. We did have the youth ministry. We had the singles ministry. We have all these ministries that's on this list right over here. But yeah. But the cool thing what our church did is that my pastor, he like somehow got in touch with some of the congregations that were like struggling, and you know, they were losing their congregation, losing their building, whatever, and they couldn't become pastors, or they had to, you know, quit being a pastor and everything. So what my pastor did, well, our pastor did, Geraldine Pinky, what our pastor did, we took in their congregations and their ministries, like they're combined with us. Like if they had a music team, like their praise team combined with our praise team, or if they had like a small choir, they would become part of our large capacity choir. Like the adults choir, if they had young adults on that choir, they would become part of the youth young adult mass choir. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, we took in like a couple. We took in a Spanish congregation. That's where Jasmine moved from her old church. I think she went to Iglesia de Dios, something like that. It's like a fire-filled Spanish Pentecostal church. She came from there because she used to be on the praise team there, but she wanted to do something better. Like she wanted to go somewhere that's more like, you know, hyper, because, you know, I think they're being judgmental about her voice. Because, you know, Jasmine on the special events praise team, she could really sing. She can sing her behind off. But the thing is that she felt kind of discouraged that like they thought they're gonna make fun of her and everything. But watch how our coordinator of our special events praise team gave her a song, and she led it really well. Like she sung that song so good. It was called I See Miracles by Jacqueline Carr. That's a beautiful song. Like she killed that song. She can really sing. A pure soprano at heart. She said she used to do soprano when she was at our other church, but with us, like she felt more welcomed and felt, you know, more better and comfortable and energetic. She loves how the worship at our church is going forth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah. But I know we're straying off into different things in this episode, but to the people who don't know my step family, I want to tell you my step family. I want to let y'all guys know that my brother Jamal got married to somebody named Stephanie. I'm just going to say this again because, you know, just to iterate. My brother-in-law is like one of the choir ministers. He's like in charge of the ministry, or he's like a director of the choirs. My brother Brian Dunson Clement is a part of the choir ministry, and he directs most of every choir. And then you got him, Sister Barbara, Tahira, and you know, him and Sharon and Lance and Marcia, Jaquette, and everything. You have all these people. But Brian's kids, their name, I will say their kids' names again. His kids' names are Brian, Daniel, Linus, Zenobia, Zenobia, Nyla, Serenity, Sean, and the other little boy's name is Lonnie, and another little girl, I think her name is Heather, and then another boy and a girl. They're twins. They're like real young. They're born in like 2008, 2009. They're twins. And then the boy's name is, his name is Dash, and then the girl's name is, it's coming. Her name is Layla. Pretty names, and I know all of them because, you know, we all grew up in the church together. It's good that you reiterated on that, Geraldine. I don't know, I just wanted to reiterate, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but now we're back. But yeah, that girl Jasmine, she became a part of the special events team at our church because she wanted to do something completely, like, different. Like, Now, she's not being racist. Like, she's not a racist person, but she told me that even though she says a lot of Hispanic people at her church, she wants to be a part of a congregation that's different, like has a multicultural setting in it. I agree. But yeah, for the multicultural setting, that we have taken the majority of like old holiness congregations, like 2 holiness congregations. Most of them became part of ours, but others went to other places. And then you also got couples, like a Spanish congregation. Some of them came to us, but others went to other places. Like, we took like a percentage of their congregation and they became part of us. And ever since they came and being part of our congregation, like, they've been having a lot of fun. They've been having a lot of, deep, intense worship and everything. Like, worship is so free in our church among like every single member of the church, for older adults, young adults, youth, everybody. And, some of them were involved in ministry, like singing and everything. Some of them became part of the adult choir, and some of them became part of the youth young adult choir. Some of the kids became part of the children's ministry, and some of them sang in the children's choir. Yeah, we had a lot of fun moments here at Capacity Church. It's amazing. I know, I love it so dearly. It's amazing. Yeah, but about the congregation, the building is right over here. Here we go. Somewhere along the lines of Lane Avenue. Here we go. Here goes our church building. Now, isn't that amazing? It looks so small from the outside. But yeah, it looks a little tiny when you're on the outside, but when you go inside, it's extensively huge. It's amazing. Our sanctuary has like a nice sized stage, large enough to fit the choirs and the praise team and the pastor. We have 2 screens, we have like lights and everything. We have boulevard chairs, like more smaller congregations have like the boulevard chairs, but ours have a lot. Yep, at this building, we've been doing a lot of stuff, like a lot of ministries have been birthed. We have a small, like, space on the side where we have, like, other stuff. It's, like, nice. It's really nice. We have a choir practice room and everything in that building has a lot of space, a lot of rooms, and we're taking advantage of it. It's really nice. I know, I love my church so much. Our church is non-denominational, Angela and Pinky. Our church is non-denominational. But we do have like a very charismatic Pentecostal worship style because, the Holy Ghost likes to move in our service. And it's amazing. Like, you get a fresh refill from the Holy Spirit. And it's refreshing. It's beautiful. It's really nice. That's why I love it. Even when the choirs sing at our church, it's like powerful. Like, everybody on every choir likes to worship and sing unto the glory of God. I remember when we were singing big, like by Pastor Mike Jr. on the Special Events Praise Team for our 10-year anniversary. When we sung, I think it was one of the girls. She's on our choir. She's a soprano. She sang with us on the Special Events team. And when we sang, "It's gonna be big," and all this stuff, like, she was worshiping her way through it, and then she just started just shouting really, really hard. She did it towards the tenor side because she was like on the very end with me. Like, we was on the end mic, like one of the end mics. I was like the 3rd person. She was the 2nd person on the row. Then the one on the very end was it was the girl Taylor, like the girl Taylor on our choir. Yeah, she can sing too. Like, what did I say this girl's name was? I forgot her name. Her name's Jennifer, right? Didn't you just say her name? I don't know. It was actually Jennifer, you're right. It's Jennifer. She started shouting real hard. She almost looked like a flopping fish to me. I'm sorry to make fun of that, but she looked more like a flopping fish though, because the way she was shouting, like she was jumping, but her upper half of her body was almost like a fish. Oh yeah, you mean like all that? Yes, something like that. Something like Wonder Woman does sometimes. But Wonder Woman, she had more control. Like Wonder Woman, when she does alto, and she be on the end with Mika and Brooklyn, and then the way she shouts, like she usually have more control when she does it, cause her and Alicia, when Alicia was alto, Alicia is a soprano, but she does alto sometimes. But when she did alto, the one time we were singing "Right Now, I Believe It." It was for our homecoming Sunday when all the college kids was coming home for the summer. And then it was a mixture of friends and family day at the same time. I think that whole month was like a special kind of Sunday. Like one was homecoming Sunday, and the other was what you call it? One was homecoming, and the other one was friends and family day. Because we did two different things, like 2 different weeks. But on our homecoming Sunday, we dressed up in our college t-shirts, our youth young adult choir sang, and then and then the capacity choir, the adult choir, sung that day too. Then when Alicia was on our choir singing alto, she was spinning in a circle, and then she almost looked like she was about to start shouting in the corner of the alto section. But good thing that Wonder Woman was right there, and Tasha was right there. Because Tasha, she likes to sing that song. She was like, faith is the substance, I believe somewhere. We sing it a little different though. Like others, when I hear the songs, like, they feel like, faith is the substance, I believe some way, somewhere, somehow. But we go up, our altos go up. Faith is the substance, I believe some way, somewhere, somehow. Because Brian said it only sounded a little appropriate. Yeah, I love when my brother Brian directs our choir, because, we have our own style of like worshiping and singing and everything. Brian likes to do things his way and be so unique and powerful. We always go by the notations of the songs, but he adds his own little spin to it in some of the songs where you think might sound appropriate and everything. I just love when Brian directs our choir. And with the leads, like I said in another episode before, he gives like songs to people who like really wants to sing a song. Like he does not the person who gives just one person a song and sings it every single time, like sings every song. No, he gives opportunity to everybody like to sing a song, and every one person who sang a song, his letter song has killed it because it's different voices every time. I love to see different saints on our choir and just minister unto God's glory, and it's so powerful and it's just amazing. He does the same thing with the capacity choir, the adult choir. That's why I love your brother Brian, your brother-in-law. I love him so much. He's amazing, a really good guy. Very good person. So does his kids. I love his children. Like, I liked Brian first, and then I started to love his children even better. Because, the children are, like, well-behaved and well-mannered people. They're very nice people. They never cause no trouble. They're always quiet and humble and peaceful. Brian, Daniel, Linus, Zenovia, all of them. They're all nice people. And they all are very, very gifted and anointed too. they're all anointed by God. Yes, they're all anointed by God. They all got special gifts of the Holy Spirit. Linus has a gift of prophecy, where sometimes when worship is like going forth, or when he might pray for somebody, the Lord might just give him something to say to somebody. It's like a prophetic word to give to somebody else. Or sometimes he will discern some things. Sometimes he'll discern some things about somebody, and then they'll talk about it and everything. Almost like he's correcting somebody, but in a nicer way. Or the Lord might just plant things in his head about that person, in his spirit, about the person. Then sometimes he'll pray, and he'll always pray about it. And then it was like tell them if they're going the right way or not. That's how the gift of prophecy works in him. He's also an intercessor. He loves to pray. He loves to pray. And he prays for everybody, he prays for his family and everything. Like the whole family is just a praying family. All in the church and everything. The thing, his family's in the church. His aunts, some of his aunts, and his uncle, Lance. And his cousins, they're all in the church, worshiping, praising God and everything. Like Vince, for example. Vince actually came back and joined our congregation again because, he did his time in New York to come, and he came back to us. Tia is transitioning back into the church because for like a couple months she's been coming back to the church. Her Aunt Tiana, I'm so excited to see Tiana again. Yes, Tiana. I love Tiana so much. Oh, the precious girl, Tiana Marie. I love her so much. I can't wait to hear her sing I Hear the Music in the Air again, because she sung it for our reunion choir concert. It was so amazing. It reminded me of when we was a lot younger kids. We always sung good songs when we were younger kids. Like, there was never a dull moment on our choir. It was so lit. That's why Darius was happy to be back with us after leaving for like a year or something, or a month or something like that, because he lived in LA. Remember when they was in this congregation in Epiphany, LA? Because we still fellowship with one another. And Epiphany, LA is another good church. They usually take some of the Reactor kids from the React channel. Deontay was a part of that. Ray was a part of that. Hania was a part of that. Jerry was a part of that. And they were all singing on one team. Remember the moment where they were singing Change? They were singing Change at our church as a group one time for like our youth Thankful for Your Gifts nights. It was a worship night for everybody in the church. It was by our youth ministry. It was started by us, the youth ministry. And then we made the event, and everybody was more than welcome to come in and sing the word. It was for the whole church. Like, we do stuff for the entire church. Not just for us, but also for the entire church. Same with the young adults. The young adults usually have like rap sessions. And for us, now that we're grown and more in young adult ministry, we usually do rap sessions. We start like nights of worship and everything still. And that's just generally for the entire church, like our outpours and stuff. It was lit and it's nice. Everybody who was on the youth ministry with you and me and everything, all of us, we became a part of the young adult ministry. So it's like all of us are together once again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I remember when I first joined the church, I wasn't really a part of the youth ministry like that. But I started to become part of like the youth meetings, because after a service, Sunday service, we would have the youth meetings. And then the youth was so packed, it was amazing. The young adults had their own little thing going on, but it was packed in the youth ministry. And I just love to see all of us who are on the choir singing on that choir, because it was a lot of us in the youth ministry that loved to sing, loved to worship, and all the youth who could not really sing, they still wanted to join in on the action. There was like one girl, she can't really sing like that, but she joined the youth young adult choir because she wants to get in on the worship and everything. Yes, because it's the hearts. The heart was like the heart of the people, of the young people, just wants to serve God and just get in on the worship. You know what I'm saying? Because their hearts are sold out for God. Their reverence for God is in them. It's in all of us. We must never forget about that. Ever. Right. So it's like never a dull moment. We always had good moments as a choir growing up, even as a youth minister growing up. Even when Jerome became our leader back in 2012 when he first joined us. You know what I'm saying? When we was at Master Builders and we was at Holiness Temple. Jerome was never really at, I don't think he was really at our 17th Cayuga building. I was there. I was at the 17th Cayuga building because that's when I joined it. It was very nice. That building was really small though, but it was nice because, you know, big sanctuary, but the rooms were so tiny. It was like, I knew we couldn't really do that much stuff in there. Oh, I know, but we still, you know, had fun. Even as a choir. Don't get me started on the praise team because, you know, we did so much on the praise team. Oh, I know. I was so happy to be a part of a praise and worship team when I came to this church because we was at the church of praise and worship. You wasn't really there at that time because you were at Lee Chapel. I think you were just moving in from like the French Islands or something. Yes, we were coming in from the French Islands. We was go back and forth from different churches and everything. My first place in ministry, you know, choir was Wee Chapel, and then after that, I was gonna do Mother Bethel, and then after that, before I was about to do it, I came over here to our church now. But yeah, it was never ever a dull moment with this. It's like it's a powerful, powerful thing. Right. I love how God uses our choir. It's powerful, and our ministry. It's lit. But back in the days, we've been doing a lot of beautiful stuff, especially with our choir, because we actually took some like songs that are not gospel music and turned them into gospel music, like Anita Baker's Mind, Body, and Soul. One of our choir members is a girl, she's an alto, and she loves Anita Baker so much that when, you know, Brian wanted to work with her on making a song, because on our choir we wrote like 15 songs, usually singing. We just sing those songs, and all of our songs are powerful. Like people got together, wrote songs. One song's a duet. Antoine singing on this duet with Grace. It's a song that they wrote together. And then Tiffany Crawl, the one who came from Chicago and sings in our choir, she sings on the duet with, there's like a multiple group, it's like a group of leads. It's Tiffany, it's Linus, it's you, Geraldine, and it's Antoine, and it's also Quentin. Oh, and it's her, Tiffany, and this girl, her name is Tina, the soprano Tina. Oh, I know Tina. I love her so much. But I think she has a bit of a problem. What's the problem? When she waves her arms like, you know, Jill, Pinky, no. So you try to do it like this, something like that with the arms and stuff. Yeah. Is she doing that to try to get attention? I don't know, but she does it a lot. I think that's her form of worship. Because, you know, everyone on our choir has their own form of worship. You know, Deuce has his different form of worship because, you know, sometimes at our church, he plays the drums, sometimes he sings on the choir, and sometimes he's on the praise team. But I know his base, it was our choir because, you know, he started off with us back in the day till he moved away to Jersey. Became a member of Epiphany, came in for a little bit. Then he went to this church called Change Church in Mount Holly. When they formed the building there, he was in Trenton for a while too, so. But he was a member there till he got his own little car. He had a little It was a Toyota Yaris. And then a couple months or sometime, beginning of this year, he got a brand new Jeep Compass. It's beautiful. I know, I love his new car. Yep. But Deuce, he did a rap with one of the songs that he wrote, that we wrote. Like, a lot of people on our choir wrote songs, and the choir sings behind it. And then somewhere in one of the songs, we like broke up, the sopranos broke up into two parts, like the high whistle tones, not whistle tones, but like soprano ones and soprano twos, and then the altos did their thing, and then the tenors. Someone that broke off in the tenor ones and tenor twos. It was nice. Like, I love the choir's creativity. I love like how, you know, there's a whole bunch of creativity, there's a whole bunch of gifts on our choir. Not to bash out the choirs, but I just love our choir though, because this is where like I belong. I came in. Because you know, I love singing with this group. The choir is amazing. Like, I always have the best times when I'm out with this choir, because we go out a lot. We usually go out to Delaware, we go out to Maryland, we always go to Pittsburgh, we always go to Ohio, we always go to the mega church in Ohio. And one time, this guy, like the real tall guy on the tenor section, and this girl, her name was Glodimar, they sung this song called Mention as a duet. It was beautiful. The first time we sung it as a choir at our church, everybody on our choir was gone. I mean, like, the way that the choir was in worship, there was hardly people singing. There were people that fell out, bow down and worship. The people who I think in the tenor section was still singing was Quentin. He tried to still sing. Linus was already on the floor. Deuce was already on the floor. Jerome was already falling on the floor. Antoine stayed up and still sang, where he was in deep worship. And you know, Daniel was singing, but he was in deep worship too. He cried out well. He was like, "Oh God!" And then he was like, "Oh God!" So he was all like that. Then the sopranos, there was hardly no sopranos up. The only people that was up was Angela. But shoot, after we got done singing, I just you know, lost it and just cried my eyes out. I couldn't hold it back. Like, something about calling on Jesus' name, it does something to the spirit, you know what I'm saying? It does something in the spirit realm. Then with the altos, the only ones you got remaining who were still up at that time were Brooklyn, myself. Jer fell out the first time we actually hit like the Jesus, that part in that song. And then everybody else was just in worship. Like, there's a couple people singing, but a majority of the choir was just gone. It almost reminded me of the first rehearsal that we had. We sang, "If you believe on the Father and the Son, no." It almost reminded me of that, but it was a lot more intense. It was on a Sunday. We were singing that song, and then they were just out. The only people who was not really out was the two lead soloists. And Gloria's a soprano. She can really sing high. And she's a Spanish girl. And she's a Hispanic, but she's beautiful. Yup, I just love how, you know, our choir is being used by God. It's amazing. I love it. There's another song that we sung. We sung a song called Fight On. Taylor sung it, but when we sung it, that time, I think Brian caught the Holy Ghost. The director, your brother-in-law, he caught the Holy Ghost like so hard that he couldn't even hold it no more. He just went into a corner and just shouted the whole time. The ones who were contained in that time were Daniel and a couple more people. Like your sister Sharon was helping them out because she was here. And I believe your sister Sharon is still here at our church, but she lives in Delaware. Yeah, there's a couple people from Delaware that go to my church, but Sharon, she goes to Faith City, something like that. Faith City Family Church. She goes there for a while, but she always comes to us. But she always likes to still come and sing in our choir and our praise team and everything. So she's still technically at our church. Derek, Monique, Chanel, and Dennis are still there. Derek is still on the outreach ministry, praying for everybody, preaching. And I still remember the Sunday when Derek preached at that church in Maryland, because they lived in Maryland at the time, back in sometime this year. He was there for like 2 months, and then they preached. Then Dennis directed the choir and everything. And then Dennis, still wants to direct our choir because, they're all still here. Technically, they're all still here. But Tiana and Johari and Kayla and Carol, they were transitioning back into the choir and into the church because it took them a second to get back here. But Carol, she's still on our choir, but she was more, and she was working a lot, so she couldn't really sing with us that often. But she was there when we sung Mention. That song Mention, she was, in the soprano section still singing high. But she was one of the people who was still up, but she was in worship too, so. I'm telling you about our choir, this is a lot of worship and praise and worship and everything, but I love it. It's powerful. Yes. Yep, I just love our choir's creativity, the worship. It's like, it just comes to show like how God could use like a heavy majority of young people and sing unto God's glory. It's amazing. I'm so glad that I became part of a congregation that does it. But our choir trips, we went everywhere, like Pittsburgh and everywhere. And remember we talked about last time the encouraging moments and everything. It was just amazing. Like, we always encouraging one another, continuing to uplift one another. Another moment was when like Tiffany was like real glad, because Tiffany, she always loves to talk about how good everything is. She loved to talk about how like our choir is such a wonderful ministry. She's thankful for the church, a beautiful new church home that she came to when she moved to Philly. And she went to school at Temple, and she got a music career and being a music teacher at a good school. And then she was just glad to, just be a part of a ministry that truly loves her, cares for her, truly loves for who she really is. And nobody is fake. She loves how everybody is so real. Dude, you gotta be real. You can't be fake. You have to be real. Right. Tiffany, she loves to talk about everybody. She'll talk about, how good everybody is. She'll talk about, like her life and everything. And it was always encouraging because when we have choir rehearsal, after some time when the spirit moves, or just because we used to have like testimony time, Tiffany loves to share her testimonies, and I love to hear her testimonies because her testimonies bless my heart all the time. Tiffany's, Antoine's, Deontay's, Jennifer's, Sydney Holloway's testimony, Carol's testimony of how, she almost got into this car accident, but God saved her and everything, and what God's doing in every single one of us. It's like always good to hear that. And then we would be in a prayer circle and everybody would just be, just sharing how good God has been to them. Sometimes tears will come on and just get into worship because it's all due to the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I love how on fire everybody is. But yeah, I hope y'all continue to hold that fire, because, it's needed nowadays. But the thing about Tina, though, how she waves her arms around, she doesn't really do it. I don't think she does it for attention. She does it for worship, because that's her form of worship. It's like she can be on the dance ministry as well, and the choir, because a couple people on her choir are on the dance ministry too, and they like go forth and worship and everything. But Tina, she looked like she could be a part of the dance ministry as well. Oh, okay. Because they grew up together, like Linus, Darius, Jer, and Nia, and Brooke, and Lisa, and Jonathan, and Matthew. They all grew up together in ministry, in the children's ministry together, when they were at the Church of Praise and Worship, and when they became part of our church. And then when they came around to the choir time for them to join the choir back in 2010, people joined from that ministry, because I remember, because I was there in that youth meeting. They were, taking interest of who wants to be a part of a ministry or whatever, discovering like their gifts. Like a lot of them had singing, so for those who joined the choir, it was Linus, your cousin. It was Darius. It was Jer. It was Matthew. It was Marlon. It was my sister Kimmy, because my sister Kimmy wasn't already high school, starting high school when she joined the choir. So my sister Kimmy, and then you had this girl. Her name is Carla. She is a soprano as well. Then you had Glory Mar. Then you had Taylor, and you had a lot more people. You had 20 of the youth join the choir at the time, and our choir was majority young adults, older youth and young adults. So that's when our choir got real big back then. I didn't join the choir from youth ministry. I joined from the congregation, because I saw Brian already, and then I told him I'm joining the church and everything. And then he asked me, did I want to become a part of anything? And I said, I wanted to be a part of a choir. And he invited me to come to Youth Young Adult Choir rehearsal. And then we took it from there. Right. But yeah, that's how I started. And when Pinky came to join the church, she had went to this ministry fair that the church was having when we was at Holy Temple of Deliverance. And then she signed up for, a couple things. She signed up for the women's ministry. She signed up for the youth young adult choir. She signed up for the adult choir, but she wasn't even an adult. She was close to being an adult, but she's not. She was not at the time. Oh, I know. Don't bust my fire. I know that. But yeah. But I joined from the ministry fair. I became a part of the youth young adult choir. Me and not 4 other people. It was 5 other people wanted to sing on the choir, because I think it was almost time for the youth conference at that time, and we had a really large choir for that. Yeah, that's our main choir. Our main choir was singing for that conference. That's why we didn't sing for that month. It was the capacity adult choir, the children's choir, and the senior saints choir. We didn't sing for that month until the very end of the month. But we were singing for our youth conference week. We had a Thursday, Friday, Saturday fun time. We had a fun event on a Saturday. And then on Sunday, we sung. We sung on the Thursday and the Friday. And on Wednesdays, we had breakout sessions. We didn't really sing for the breakout sessions. We sung for the services. Thursday, Jerome preached. Friday, it was another person coming in from a different church preaching. And then on Sunday, we had our pastor preach. Then we had a lot of fun snacks and food and everything. Then on Saturday it was like a bowling night. Sometimes we did bowling, sometimes we did a picnic, sometimes we did beach, sometimes we did like carnival, sometimes we went to Six Flags, Dorney Park, whatever it was. And I remember our youth retreats. But we did a lot of fun stuff. Hey. Yeah. But it's all good because, you know, I love how, you know, everything came into form, like fruition and everything. Yeah. But, another cool song that I love to sing on this choir. I'm trying to talk about the choir so much because, you know, I love it. The other song that I love to sing was Press in Your Presence by, Charnel, because you know she led that song and she killed it the first time she did it back in the days. We was at 17th and Cayuga. She killed it while we was over there. Oh, I know. I think that was like the first time I sang on the choir because that's when I first joined. Y'all were singing Press in Your Presence. And then Athena usually do this song called Free by Kira Sharon. My Redeemer has saved me from sin. Is that song? Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, it's amazing. I love when, like, you know, all of us sing unto God's glory. But yeah. But I know tomorrow we're going to talk about Tina a little bit more, okay? We should. Because, you know, I love Tina so much, but there's a situation that has to be addressed. We'll try to bring her on here, but we will, you know, just continue this, let everything just woosah, okay? Alrighty. But good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. You heard it from them, folks. We hope you have a blessed night. I hope you all guys stay encouraged. I hope you like what's being said on the show. Because, you know, we do this for a reason. Because we love y'all and we do this for y'all. For y'all only. We do it to lift up. We also do this to lift up the name of Jesus. Because, you know, God is glorified and always will be glorified. Just to share, you know, how good His marvelous works could be. And everything, okay? So we wish y'all a good night. Good night.